Post-traumatic stress syndrome. You've been diagnosed with a sickness. A sickness of the mind. And I'm afraid there's no escape. You'll never be the same again. Never. What I write with a pen's flawless, presenting the rawness, deliver every verse to y'all like my life's depended on it. Post-traumatic stress syndrome's the diagnosis. Doctors who try developing treatment die from ulcers. It's a serious disease that occurs within the brain from an experience that leaves you disturbed, forever changed. The world as you know it is out of focus and shaking. You'll question everything you believe and had faith in while your heart's racing and you're pacing back and forth. Situations got you contemplating last resorts you're forced to face. Overwhelming emotional feelings, psychologically destructive, too much for concealing. The fear, the pain, confusion, anxiety make it difficult to function in society. Even trained medical physicians won't detect the symptoms. But 60 minutes from now, you'll be the next victim. Just listen. I truly believe real MCs need a reason to write, and they fiend to keep speaking through mics, reaching new heights despite those who don't know what they out for yet. What you gonna do next? Rhyme using the alphabet, aggressively attack any and all attempting annihilation against an assassin. Pay attention, I'm a bizarre belligerent, bold black brother breaking bones, lyrically blasting till barricades get blown continuously. I cause crisis, competitors crumble, cause the context don't contain conciseness. I'm delivering detrimental, dangerous data. Dialect, the dominating dominator who's extremely extravagant. I effectively execute electromagnetic energy that electrocutes fake fraudulent foes who frequently fight for fame but forgot the formulas and got fried from the flames. I'm genetically great, greatness gradually grows gigantic, so my light shines in the globe. Hip-hop, homo sapien, hold a mic in my hand. You can look but not touch, haha, like holograms. I'm immensely intelligent, rhyme intensively, immune to insults but inflict them intentionally. Jaw jabbing jeopardizes jealous punks getting jumped unless you justify your judgments. Stop talking junk, killer be killed. This kid keeps killing like knights in Roman times, but forget a sword, my tongue is my knife. Lacerating lungs, lethal linguistic lines leave lyricists lost, looking lonely a long time. Master many methods, mystically mesmerize MCs metaphorically. My mind's maximized, bet I probably lost you again. Here's a tip, the first verse started with A and the second starts with N.
How many people do you know who can flow like D-I-A-L-E-A and write from A to Z? Not many, cause most MCs is imitating while dialects, beats, rhymes keep elevating. How many people do you know who can flow like D-I-A-L-E-A and write from A to Z? Not many, cause most MCs is imitating while dialects, beats, rhymes keep elevating.
No nonsense, dialect will stay on course. Never neglect the nourishment needed to navigate north. Forever overcoming overwhelming obstacles. Obliviate overrated individuals who can't originate. Pack powerful poetry, push pens precise. Perpetrating punks get penalized. Pay the price, my brain reacts quicker than automatic weapons. I got all the answers before you even ask me the questions. Recognize a ruthless rebel, rhyming rapid, resurrector of realness, bringing ruckus and racket, smacking suckers silly who fail to scrutinize. Skills shown so simply, but I still strategize. I'm tremendously talented, thoughts tantalizing, techniques top notch, tracks tranquilizing. The ultimate, undeniable, unbelievable, underground, unique, unmatched, unbeatable, versatile, violent villain with a venomous voice that I can throw anywhere like ventriloquist. You wonder why whack weaklings won't win? They're warned to walk out whenever I walk in. Like x-rays, I see people straight to their bones. I don't care if they got X or Y chromosomes. I yearn for this mic, y'all. Yeah, that's the truth. Every single day of every single year. Since the youth, kicking futuristic flows like lasers, you get zapped. I'm a Scorpio, 11th sign on the Zodiac. Notice that I flip the alphabet without missing a letter, and there ain't nobody living that could ever do it better.
How many people do you know who can flow like D-I-A-L-E-A and write from A to Z? Not many, cause most MCs is imitating while dialects, beats, rhymes keep elevating. How many people do you know who can flow like D-I-A-L-E-K and write from A to Z? Not many, cause most MCs is imitating while dialects, beats, rhymes keep elevating.
Everybody gotta have a purpose, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't live your life without no direction. You gotta know what you're doing and what you're doing it for, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise it's worthless. Yo, let me put it to you like this. Since the day I wrote my first rhyme, I made sure that my purpose was clearly defined. Music's a passion of mine, it played a role in my development. So what I write is filled with significance and relevance. Seen a lot over the years, cried some tears. Now I'm trying to fight fears and open up eyes and ears. Think clear before I speak, words properly selected. I rhyme with the objective that lives can be affected. I strive to be respected in all of my endeavors. When I die through music, I hope my spirit lives forever, showing those coming after me and those who came before that rap's about much more than similes and metaphors of being the top competitor with props in your state. Sometimes I battle and debate, but I'd rather collaborate with MCs who got the same thoughts and focus as me, inspiring those who live their lives hopelessly. Hopefully I'll grow to be a notably wise man in a while. When my name is mentioned out loud, I want people to smile. Practicing what I preach, rapping is how I teach. Facts have been out of reach, accurate thoughts is deep. I feel complete and content with the road I travel. Can't be told what the future holds, but I'll know when it unravels. Currently I'm in search of mental methods of progression. My purpose is to leave y'all with a lasting impression. The power of music is unexplainable, so when I put my mind to something, no goal is unattainable. I realize that rhyming without a reason is worthless. Now I understand my purpose. My purpose is to help change lives, touch people's hearts, reveal wicked lies, elevate the arts, speak to the youth, stimulate your mental, seek for the truth, and reach my full potential. Instead of just changing one life, I wanna change a couple. I recall back in the days when I used to cause trouble, running the streets, fighting whatever wasn't acceptable. I realized at that age most kids are impressionable, but I'm willing to admit mistakes that I remember, so you can learn from it and avoid the same dilemma. My purpose isn't to speak like I be the all-knowing. Concern is what I'm showing. I know that we're all growing. At this point in time, I'll stay conscious, disassociate myself from certain people who faithfully praise nonsense. I'm trying to shine the light through the dark clouds that's hovering over brains, pouring rain, causing pain and suffering. God gave me a gift and I use it. It's music. See, when I'm upset or depressed, it's therapeutic. Releasing stress off of my chest, it feels soothing. And while the rest settle for less, I keep improving on ways to elevate and break communication barriers, relating, conversating, community station areas. Life is getting scarier, there's more things to handle. Basically, you either keep it moving or get trampled. Time's changing fast, don't sit and watch it pass. My incentive for writing, I wanna be remembered as somebody who tried to change lives for the better, the type of man who never let you down, ever. The power of music is unexplainable, so when I put my mind to something, no goal is unattainable. I realize that rhyming without a reason is worthless. Now I understand my purpose. My purpose is to help change lives, touch people's hearts, reveal wicked lies, elevate the arts, speak to the youth, stimulate your mental, seek for the truth, and reach my full potential. When I'm walking the streets, driving or taking the bus, my surroundings got me feeling love mixed with disgust. There's so much I wanna change in so little time, it's frustrating. At least I'm trying though. Most cats is just waiting for something to happen, hopefully in their favor, but nothing gets accomplished with that type of behavior. Must I reinforce the fact that life is what you make it? Though living is far from basic, the gift in itself is sacred. My mother once told me some people never learn, and you can drive yourself crazy just from being too concerned. If I'm offering my insight, you can take it or leave it. Only first-hand experience can make you believe it. There's no secret or person who can tell you how to live, but every day 100% is what you gotta give. Through my actions, I hope to show a positive portrayal and change the stereotypes of the typical black male. The power of music is unexplainable, so when I put my mind to something, no goal is unattainable. I realize that rhyming without a reason is worthless. Now I understand my purpose. My purpose is to help change lives, touch people's hearts, reveal wicked lies, elevate the arts, speak to the youth, stimulate your mental, seek for the truth, and reach my full potential. Like that. You gotta have a purpose. Find meaning in your life. Stay true to it. Never deviate from the plan. Keep your faith in God. Roll with the right peeps, and everything will be straight. Trust that. Peace. verbally vicious, leaving mad snitches with stitches, digging them ditches. What I spit's never fictitious, one of the quickest. MC snatching your props, invest your time in battling me, and I'll make you a laughing stock. Haven't you heard? I smack rivals, snatch titles, and crack spinals. Flatline, that is final. My rap is vital. Roll up and attack your idol, but remain calm. Imagine if I was acting wild. My rhyme methods consist of unbelievable patterns that's virtually impossible for the cerebrum to fathom. Delivery sharp, but I develop my style first and stayed ahead of my time. Like premature childbirth. In ways I'm like grenades, cause when I pull the pin out, in a matter of seconds the ink explodes on the page. Kick flows that amaze even the harshest critics. They know that I'm nice, but they find it so hard to admit it. Y'all can forget it. Stopping my progress ain't finna happen. That'll be the same day Satan's rocking a winter jacket. I'm the total package, but there's a warning near the contents. Highly combustible whenever exposed to nonsense. So keep walking. What you're talking is meaningless. Believe me, this mischievous MC is genius. Speaking with wise words like pharaohs in Egypt, leaving competitors more disabled than paraplegics. All I hear is whack MCs.
Kill that noise.
Claim that they stacking cheese.
Kill that noise.
And you ain't got a gat to squeeze.
Kill that noise.
You wanna battle me? Please.
Kill that noise.
If your rhyme skills are minimal,
Kill that noise.
and if your beats sound pitiful,
Kill that noise.
yo, if your whole song's typical,
Kill that noise.
basically if you're not original,
Kill that noise.
When I step up in the cypher, give me room to disperse. Any man who won't comply is gonna get it the worst. I don't care who he is, first we'll get ripped with a verse, then I'll make him walk the block wearing a wig and a purse. You're dealing with the only man alive, brave enough to try, standing on some tracks when two trains are gonna collide, just to see if I can move the moment before they crash, cause I'm confident I can walk away without a scratch. And that fast, your whole staff gets smashed to pieces. You can all kick a verse and it won't match my thesis. Why lie to yourself? You're whack, just accept it. Only people who told you your style was fat were anorexic. Get the message? Your credibility has no validity, so stop willingly or face hostility. The hospital be full of people I made choke. Doctors know it's me whenever they gotta remove a mic from someone's throat. People keep asking, will the madness cease? Probably not until the day after this man's deceased. I told you, I'm like cars with no brakes, hard to stop. Rhymes hit your chest, forcing your heart to stop. You can call the cops, they can bring Glocks and pepper spray. I'll shut them all down and list it on top of my resume. I never play, step away, don't believe in showing mercy. Haven't lost my hunger for writing, and I stay thirsty. All I hear is whack MCs.
Kill that noise.
Claim that they stacking cheese.
Kill that noise.
And you ain't got a gat to squeeze.
Kill that noise.
You wanna battle me? Please.
Kill that noise.
If your rhyme skills are minimal,
Kill that noise.
and if your beats sound pitiful,
Kill that noise.
yo, if your whole song's typical,
Kill that noise.
basically if you're not original,
Kill that noise.
I used to spoon feed the public, giving them small doses, but now y'all are hopeless. I'm too mean and rugged, whether you get it or not. I'm complex and confusing, giving your brain electric shocks till you drop and have contusions. It's undebatable, you'll get disrespected with verbal smacks so hard to spin in circles like the direction tornadoes go. Stop assuming you can stop me at what I'm doing. Whatever has a chance is probably not a human. I'm too advanced for you and whoever you brung. I murder cats but never with guns. You spit whack raps, I have to sever your tongue. The cleverest one, but I'm viewed as insane. I can withstand torture and excruciating pain, like getting burned with flames or being stabbed in veins with blades twice as long as samurai swords that's made. Rhyme scorching blaze, hotter than Houston, Texas. Real lyrical skills, I got it. What you expect? All I hear is whack MCs.
Kill that noise.
Claim that they stacking cheese.
Kill that noise.
And you ain't got a gat to squeeze.
Kill that noise.
You wanna battle me? Please.
Kill that noise.
If your rhyme skills are minimal,
Kill that noise.
and if your beats sound pitiful,
Kill that noise.
yo, if your whole song's typical,
Kill that noise.
basically if you're not original,
Kill that noise.
I've existed for longer than time's been documented. When viewed from a distance, I'm a beautiful image. Certain parts of my body look exceptionally great. I'm mathematically defined and geometrically shaped. My family ain't as complex as me, but I won't diss them. Ultimately, we operate within the same system. People think I'll always be here, so they treat me like garbage. Half of me can see light, the other half sees darkness. When I cry, you'll hear it, but these tears bring life. Most run for shelter when they fear I might strike. My mood mood changes constantly in a pattern that's sequential. I possess the fundamental elements that's essential for survival. Attempting to conquer me is your purpose. My defense mechanisms are too powerful. It's worthless, plain and simple. I remain while y'all just come and leave. I'm the reason you can eat, sleep, drink, and breathe. Believe me, if you're greedy, I'll run out of things to give. Then you'll see you'll be needy, running out of ways to live, resorting to savage ways. Not logical when you think. Then before you can blink, your whole species will be extinct. But if you take care of me, I'll do the same in return. I'd rather not have to flood you or let the flames burn. Hopefully now you've learned to value what I'm worth. If you still don't have a clue what I am, I'm planet Earth. With words I breathe life into inanimate objects, speaking their thoughts, using understandable logic. Applying human qualities to any kind of creation is a process known as personification. With words I breathe life into inanimate objects, speaking their thoughts, using understandable logic. Applying human qualities to any kind of creation is a process known as personification. I'm one of the most important things possessed by people. I can be used in good ways, but also used for evil. My structure is complex, both parts aligned in symmetry. People may never know the extent of my ability. The more I'm exercised, the more effectively I work. If someone loses me, innocent people could get hurt. If someone functions like I do, I consider them great. When life becomes too hard, I can provide an escape, but I can also be scarred, dealing with issues that's traumatic. Some people quit using me and develop bad habits. It's terrible to waste me, that's what most believe. Cause if I'm used correctly, anything can be achieved. I can also be deceived through methods of hypnosis, or briefly stop working in a state of comatosis. During the time you sleep, I'll expose my deeper parts and provide a visual image that represents your thoughts. Basically, without me, the human body can't function. That's a true fact, not speculation or assumption. Something about me intrigues psychologists, but I can't be defined through a brief analysis. So let me put it like this, so complications minimal. My actions vary depending on the individual that I'm associated with. Simple and plain, still don't know what I am? I'm the mind inside the brain. With words I breathe life into inanimate objects, speaking their thoughts, using understandable logic. Applying human qualities to any kind of creation is a process known as personification. With words I breathe life into inanimate objects, speaking their thoughts, using understandable logic. Applying human qualities to any kind of creation is a process known as personification. I was created with the combination of fluids and substance. My presence in itself often causes prejudgments. I'm rarely seen, rather stay in isolation, but I'm often heard, used in daily conversations. For observation, I use half a dozen methods. In confrontations, I'll attack if I'm threatened. A common misconception is that I have one existence, but in other parts of the world I'm constructed completely different and only understood by people within the region. Barriers surround me that prevent others from reaching communication agreements locally or globally. So-called intellectuals quit using me totally, but to those who matter most, I'm thoroughly appreciated. My positive impact don't need to be debated. Easily stated, I'm a small branch on a big tree, but that statement's more complicated than you think it would be. Eventually I'll change shape and return to my essence, hopefully to receive blessings and learn some more lessons. Eternally resting while simultaneously living through various timeless works, pitches, rhymes, and rhythms. The meaning of my name is very hard to define. In all languages, each have their own kind. I just spelled it out for you, but it's hard to detect. So who am I and what am I? I'm Dialek.
There is something I must confess to you. I can give you what you need, or be who you want me to. And even though you feel for me, it will just be wrong, 'cause my heart is with somebody else, and our love is strong.
There comes a time in every man's life when he must make a decision. You probably ain't gonna understand this, but please just listen. I know you wanna be more than just somebody I'm dating, but I'm sorry, love, my heart is already taken. Don't get me wrong, 'cause you're beautiful outside and in, and I'm sure you're tired of men who lie and pretend like they don't know what they want, then expect you to stay. Well, I refuse to front and disrespect you that way. The truth is, I'm staying faithful to the one I love dearly, so I can't allow your heart's emotions emotions to get near me, and it hurts severely to watch as you sit and cry. Your heart's aching now, but later on, don't forget that I only did what was right. I can't make this any easier. I couldn't sleep at night if I knew I was deceiving you. My conscience would be eating me immediately. Stress would cause me to fall apart, cause I'm easily depressed. Believe me, it's best if you just let go and move on. But promise me, you won't keep your head low for too long. You're special and too strong to give up on your dreams. Please look me in my eyes. Are you feeling what I mean? It seems you're not convinced. Think you're being misled? Got questions you wanna ask me? Then go right ahead. But I'm warning you now, so that it's obvious and clear. Asking questions, you'll get answers you probably don't wanna hear.
There is something I must confess to you. I can't give you what you need or be who you want me to. And even though you feel for me, it will just be wrong, cause my heart is with somebody else and our love is strong.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you won't stop. Now you're wondering what she has that you don't got. Telling me that whatever she does, you can do it better. Disrespectful and envious, and you ain't even met her. First of all, her name is Melody. We started off as friends, but as time flew, eventually I knew that we would spend the rest of our lives together. She's all that I need, unlocking the doors to my heart with all of her keys. She always receives my attention with no time restraints. I lay back and listen to her, letting my mind escape as the sound of her voice is intoxicating my senses. That's when I feel safe. I'm not afraid or defensive, and it's hard for me to trust, cause I'm scared of a reoccurrence of my heart being crushed. But she gives me reassurance that makes me feel free, appreciated and confident, comfortable being me, achieving these great accomplishments. I gotta have her in my life. I remember when she had a nervous breakdown. For 3 days I had no appetite, wasn't acting right, couldn't think, felt like I had died. And until she fully recovered, I stayed by her side, and I'll continue to do so as long as I'm living. And all that I've given to you is the truth on how I'm feeling. Melody means more to me than words can express, and I wouldn't leave her for you or any other skirt or dress. I'm gone.
There is something I must confess to you. I can't give you what you need or be who you want me to. And even though you feel for me, it will just be wrong, cause my heart is with somebody else and our love is strong.
Sometimes I feel like my head is caught in a vice grip, and I might flip. The pressures in life is hard to fight with. Tired of the lies, they're blinding me to the facts. See the fire in my eyes, society lit the match. Should I react, calm, violent, or speechless? While my people keep on acquiring all kind of diseases. Ain't nobody trying to reach us till we at the breaking point. Drug dealing and stealing, willing to try to make a point that we're dying in these streets. Kids carrying guns, mothers sigh and weep before they bury their sons. America's run by politicians and crooked cops who would rather pull their Glocks before they stop to listen. I ain't trying to get locked in prison, and all the judges who sentence the innocent brothers shall not be forgiven. I'm living off the strength of my family's prayers, but I handle affairs alone cause this man is prepared for whatever they bring, willing to die for the cause. Cause I ride with the Lord and wanna abide by the laws that's man-made. In this wicked and corrupt country, I've accepted the fact, cause I'm black, they don't want me. There's only so much a man can take, and you can't plan escapes from the hands of hate.
Cause when they got you, they lock you down like prison cells.
But you gotta still rebel inside of a living hell full of
stress, anger, pain, hate, conflict, violence, murder, rape, bats, chains, knives, Glocks, lawyers, judges, mayors, cops, envy, greed, lust, pride, schools, teachers, racist lies, liquor, acid, lacing joints, pushing me to the breaking point.
Word up, it's time to flip into mob mentality. No longer calm and casualties. How my clique is rolling, got the pigs unloading 41 shots of the man. Now I'm at the point I want a Glock in my hand, so I can bust shots in every punk cop with a badge. They tell me stop being mad. How can I wrestle the pain when I forever remain with the image of Dr. King dead on the balcony, etched in my brain? The injection of pain is too high for my life, so not do or die. It's either suicide or fight. They want me to follow the ways of slave masters, swallow my rage and aim after our beautiful women. Race traitors, dark skin in the poor, but we're beginning the war. I'm the recruiting lieutenant, leaving devils wrapped in a bag. Us against the
America in a deadly game. We capture the flag, capitalism, raping for ends, making me bend. Friends depending on licorice, making me bend quicker. African colonies is making me crack. American apologies, too late, I just snapped. There's only so much a man can take, and you can't plan escapes from the hands of hate.
Cause when they got you, they lock you down like prison cells.
But you gotta still rebel inside of a living hell full of
stress, anger, pain, hate, conflict, violence, murder, rape, bats, chains, knives, Glocks, lawyers, judges, mayors, cops, envy, greed, lust, pride, schools, teachers, racist lies, liquor, acid, lacing joints, pushing me to the breaking
point. In my mind, I'm close to rioting and stalking police. In due time, I aim to silence someone walking the streets. They're hawking for beef and ain't no dieting, so try again to tell me I'm free. The cell block's bigger than Laurel and Selby. Blink if you can't see. We behind bars, and for years I've been plotting my escape. It's mind rape if you simply living off of my faith. These streets ain't safe cause I'm in fear, being the one to watch your watches. They got wars and guns and drugs, what about the city of boxes? This government ain't got no conscience, that's why they plotting to stick. Obnoxious pricks, look for arms to a plant with microchips. Nas already told you how toxic it could get, and I'll be damned if I'm greasing palms, I'm spinning the rifle clips. I feel like even the Lord struggled from day 1 to day 6. So on the 7th, he took the red pill and broke up out of the matrix. I told you on the gospel, the bitter end I could taste it. Claiming Minnesota nights when you Minnesota racist. Painting white Christ, bombing his nation. Shoe race patriots in the midst of a holy war, unaware of dangerousness. They mental pollution sees war as a solution. So when I hollering Constitution, I'm hollering revolution. There's only so much a man can take, and you can't plan escapes from the hands of hate.
Cause when they got you, they lock you down like prison cells.
But you gotta still rebel inside of a living hell full of
stress, anger, pain, hate, conflict, violence, murder, rape, bats, chains, knives, Glocks, lawyers, judges, mayors, cops, envy, greed, lust, pride, schools, teachers, racist lies, liquor, acid, lacing joints, pushing me to the breaking point.
Imagine living life without the things you cherish. Used to having them around till one day they all perish, leaving you with nothing except your health and your sanity. Now you're questioning yourself, wondering how can this be? It's all very simplistic. Understand it, you became ungrateful and took too many things for granted. Now you're feeling stranded, forced to learn a hard lesson. Feeling aggression, emotion kicks in and now you're stressing. Material possessions occupied a lot of space in your heart, but there's some things that can't be replaced that played a part in your life, like people who watch you grow. Family and friends are the most important people you know. Believe me, take a loss and you'll feel miserable. So not just family, I stopped taking things for granted in general. Sometimes I sit back and think about what I got and thank God for who I am, but also for who I'm not. Cause I could be on the streets, having people call me a bum, sipping rum, wondering where my next meal is coming from. Or I could be behind bars, having guards run my life, trapped between 4 walls, barely seeing daylight. One day I might not wake up, something I can't control. I only hope that my loved ones will pray for my soul to arrive at a better place to rest and relax. Never take things for granted, they could be gone like that. They could be here one day and then gone the next. Never take for granted anything you possess. The gap between those who have and those who don't keeps expanding. Sadly, the pressures of life are more demanding, which makes it harder to appreciate the small things. But I'm always grateful when I receive an offering. So when times get rough, remember it could be worse. And instead of complaining, count your blessings first. Some people are born less fortunate and don't dwell on doubts. Then there's people who live well and look for things to complain about, creating their own problems. It makes me sick. Next time you want to complain, think about things like this. When you hate walking, think of people who's paralyzed. Tired of what you see? Think of those that's born blind. Sick of hearing the truth? Think of the hearing impaired. Hate taking advice? Think about if no one cared. Hate your job? Some people wish they had a check coming. Say life ain't fair? Think of people who got killed for nothing. What if you were starving with no food in your fridge? You'd be surprised at some of the things that people's doing to live. What would this world be like if the sun just stopped shining and people who are fighting for peace just stopped trying? Think about one day if all the water ran dry. What if the earth stopped providing oxygen and we all died as a result of pollution? Cause people litter all the time and their excuses, no one cares, so why should I? But that's the reason that you should be responsible, not careless. In all fairness, I'm just trying to raise awareness to people who complain when their life ain't half bad. There's hundreds of people who would die to live with what you have. So don't sit around frowning, be grateful instead. If you got clothes on your back and a roof over your head, you're already 2 steps ahead of the millions who live in poverty. Only a small percentage gain wealth in this economy, quite possibly. people get caught up in apparatus. Fortunately for me, money don't define my status. All that really matters is that I'm honest and true in everything I do, by helping those who don't have a clue about the dangers of taking things for granted in life. I'll keep reminding you until you're understanding it right. It could be here one day and then gone the next. Never take for granted anything you possess. The gap between those who have and those who don't keeps expanding. Sadly, the pressures of life are more demanding, which makes it harder to appreciate the small things. But I'm always grateful when I receive an offering. So when times get rough, remember it could be worse. And instead of complaining, count your blessings first. It's almost natural to take things for granted on occasion, but once you're aware, then you're responsible for changing and rearranging your entire attitude. And whoever helped you through, you owe them your gratitude. That's the least you can do. Show some common courtesy. Life lessons that aren't taught at schools or universities. It all comes from living and learning, losing and gaining, and paying close attention to what you're doing and saying. Good advice is priceless. That's why I chose to write this. I'm trying to live righteous, no matter how difficult life gets, cause time slips away quickly. Before you know it, you'll be 50 or 60. If I was you, I wouldn't miss the opportunity to engage in something constructive, keeping yourself involved in activities that's productive. Cause taking time for granted definitely is not logical. Appreciate everything you got as long as possible. It could be here one day and then gone the next. Never take for granted anything you possess. The gap between those who have and those who don't keeps expanding. Sadly, the pressures of life are more demanding, which makes it harder to appreciate the small things. But I'm always grateful when I receive an offering. So when times get rough, remember it could be worse. And instead of complaining, count your blessings first. Check it out, you know what I'm saying? This is the purest form of hip hop. Just rhymes and a beatbox, keeping it raw, you know what I'm saying? Like that, what? It's the mentally deranged, critically acclaimed master of words, attacking your nerves. Step back, shut your trap and get served. I've earned stripes over time, one rhyme could burn mics. I'm a lyrical prisoner, serving sentences for life. I rap fast and dash past whack MCs that act bad but get smashed like crash dummies. They're funny to me, I live for the art, but it's so hard to get exposure, like trying to take pictures in the dark. Still I'm way over your head, quotes defy gravity. Don't try to battle me, get smoked automatically. And whoever thinks that what I'm saying might be fabricated or exaggerated, once I leave your brain contaminated, you'll be aggravated, feeling upset, dealing with vets. What you expect? You better just show some respect, willing to set it off quick to injure your face, ready to battle at request, either gender, any race. Don't make me say it again. You might not see where I'm coming from, but I bet you'll still feel me like the wind. Can't begin to explain the damage I cause internally, possibly cause I learned to be hotter than an infirmary, spitting flames to melt ya. Yelling fire won't help ya, cause even their department's employees ran for shelter. But you all felt the impact when I step on the scene. Check what I mean, wrecking your dreams, disrespecting your team like triple beams on gats, aimed and ready to fire. Rappers wanna roll with me, but they're flat and tired. I'm admired by the MCs you think are the best, with the ability to reach in your chest and snatch your spirit out of your flesh. I suggest you always show love. My lyrics hit twice as hard as heavyweights with no gloves. The equivalent of your worst nightmare, right here. I don't fight fair, so take flight like night airs. I might stare in your grill, then explode in violence. Have your peeps begging me for a moment of silence. Then it's on to the next clone to shatter his dome. They're all the same, front to back, similar to palindromes. Grab a dictionary, cause I won't explain the meaning. When it comes to street fighting, I'm a raging demon, blazing, screaming at the top of my lungs, till my eardrums get numb or till the apocalypse comes. There ain't nothing you can say that I don't already know. There ain't nothing you can do to make it harder to flow. While most of y'all that's out there get in it for dough, I'll keep doing what I'm doing and continue to grow. Every time I rhyme, I show abilities that's impressive. Deliveries aggressive, lyrically excessive. The best is yet to come, and I don't plan to stop. In hip hop, I get props, and other writers get blocked. In approximately 120 seconds, I get looser than most of these artists do on their entire record. They can't keep up, that's why I'm leaving them stuck. But if you still wanna battle, let me hear you speak up. I thought so. Yo, they was never ready. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. serious. Turn it up.
Say what?
It's the heat. Turn it up. Let's go. Soon as I hear the beat knocking, my feet stopping they tracks as my head keeps bopping. Proceed dropping my raps with ease. I cock back the deadly utensil, and MCs will drop flat from the letter to pencil. I don't glorify guns, illegal drugs, or hoes. I'm supported by tons of people who love flows. Every time I do shows, I demand that you move. Never get too hot on stage, my fans keep me cool. A man that moves swiftly, damage a crew quickly. Handing a mic to me's like handing a Louisville to Griffey. Really, I'm truly ill. Step back if you scared, but the fact that you ain't prepared's got nothing to do with me. Can you keep up? Cause I defeat the weak and leave the microphone in pieces for the janitor to sweep up. You see what I do when I get up in my zone. My adrenaline's pumping and I feel it in my bones. A trained professional with incredible breath control that's exhibiting spectacles to your brain's a vegetable. Turn up the decibels, cause you gotta let it bump from the kick to the snare to the violins. If the track's on fire, I'm providing the heat. Never relaxed or tired while I'm riding the beat. Don't just stand and stare, quiet and discreet. Throw your hands in the air, high as they can reach. If the track's on fire, I'm providing the heat. Never relaxed or tired while I'm riding the beat. Don't just stand and stare, quiet and discreet. Throw your hands in the air, high as they can reach. Witness phenomenal displays of excellence within the rhythm. Concentrate on the complicated creative lyricism. I'm obligated to giving 110% without signing a document of express written consent. All I know is this, I'ma keep setting it off and progressing the art, cause I'm destined to rep for the street. Competitors thought I would just eventually vanish, cause it's so hard for them to manage when I have the advantage. It only takes a matter of moments to shatter an opponent. Plus I walk away with a girl as an added bonus. I rhyme cocky and you couldn't stop me, even if you brought 100 Nazis and a couple of dozen SWAT teams. I'm not easily intimidated, but I'm hot enough to leave you incinerated. Need me to demonstrate it from the booth to the cypher? I'm ruthless and hyper. The truth is I'm nicer than Lex, Coops, and Vipers. Producer and writer is some of my talents. I always maintain control like judges with ballots. For those that don't know, let's get something established. I've been doing this when most of y'all dudes wasn't diapers. If the track's on fire, I'm providing the heat. Never relaxed or tired while I'm riding the beat. Don't just stand and stare, quiet and discreet. Throw your hands in the air, high as they can reach. If the track's on fire, I'm providing the heat. Never relaxed or tired while I'm riding the beat. Don't just stand and stare, quiet and discreet. Throw your hands in the air, high as they can reach. The development of my rhymes keeps lines intelligent and wise. Each time the element of surprise is my main tactic to captivate the listeners. I'm tighter than straitjackets on aggravated prisoners. My mind is a tool. I shine bright enough to blind you fools, and I ain't rocking diamonds and jewels, cause that's all I ever hear about, repetitive trash. So I'm directing the path and redefining the rules. Get it straight or suffer from the wrath of the chosen, who's hitting hard enough to leave your back fractured or broken. Whether I'm bragging and boasting or trying to capture emotion, my rapping compulsion is like a massive explosion, an act of devotion. Every time I pick up the mic, I solemnly swear I would never get into hype. So you can keep the cameras and lights and record contracts, cause my mind is focused, I'm progressing beyond that. If the track's on fire, I'm providing the heat. Never relaxed or tired while I'm riding the beat. Don't just stand and stare, quiet and discreet. Throw your hands in the air, high as they can reach. If the track's on fire, I'm providing the heat. Never relaxed or tired while I'm riding the beat. Don't just stand and stare, quiet and discreet. Throw your hands in the air, high as they can reach. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. Who wanna be the first to test? Stepping up, trying to earn a rep. You get burned, just like I burn the rest. And I'm willing to bet about the end of the test, you gon' learn. Spit germs with a flip of the tongue, you get done. You don't wanna be the next victim, cause I roll with dogs who love to bite and love to fight. I don't even gotta say sick come and get some. But I stand on my own 2 feet, even when I'm in too deep. Still maintain, blast a lyrical bullet into the front of your brain, but one shot, cause I got great aim, and I'm gonna remain in the game to reign supreme from the king and queen. Snatch the crown, it couldn't be seen in your wildest dreams. But guess who's laughing now? That's me, cracking a smile, doing what I gotta do to make it by taking it one step at a time. I can do a track with anybody who raps, already proved the fact I don't get outshine. Dedicated to perfecting the craft, spitting it too fast for some of you to grasp. But if you wanna ride, y'all better buckle up tight. You just might catch whiplash. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. I spit like a venomous snake that's prepared to strike if you decide to make any sudden moves or try to escape like other crews. You can lie in the lake, go ahead and pick one. Where I'm from, there's about 10,000. Cold and freezing, aggravation is the only reason I'll smack your face until your nose is bleeding. I got methods to the madness. Many would consider me a lyrical savage, better than the average Joe, cause I mastered the flow. Rappers know who the man is. You don't really wanna test your fate, cause I devastate fakes at an aggressive pace and left a place with no evidence to trace. You need the police to investigate. I rest my case. If you need more proof, I'll swing this left to break your whole jaw. Cause every tooth in your mouth to shake loose. I'm telling the truth when I say I'm so raw, and I mean this. Distinguish my name from the rest of the MCs trying to spit. In hip hop, I'm a survivalist. When I die, build me a monument. Come on, this is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. My throne. My throne. It don't even matter what your name is. Double platinum and famous, or underground running around in basements. You can get your head cracked in the pavement. When I attack you, showing you exactly what pain is. The fact that remains is the blood in my vein is much thicker than most. Plus the way that I be rapping is dangerous. Look at how distracted your brain is. Whenever I'm giving a dose of the lethal drug that people love to shove in their veins. Smoke up, sniff up the nose, and they get addicted. Begging for me to give them some more. Ready and willing to give up the dough. Rip up a whole squad of MCs with ease. Thinking you're better than me, you'll never be. Please quit the nonsense, cause y'all gon' learn. Respect me heavily, yo. Live in coffins. I ain't even afraid to swim with the sharks in the middle of the ocean. Put me in a cage with an animal that ain't eaten for days. Still walk out unfazed, giggling and boasting. Coasting on the road of my own, rolling straight through cyclones. Ain't nobody coming with the lyrical skill that I've shown, and that's for real, cause this is my throne. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. This is my throne. Can't nobody take me out. You better obey the rules. This is my throne. What you got to complain about? Already paid my dues. This is my throne. Go ahead and put my name in your mouth and I'll slay your crew. This is my throne. You ain't got enough heart to doubt, cause you're afraid to lose. In the spirit of the African oral tradition and the American practice of documentation, timeless moments are captured and remembered. From tapes and old crates, photographs and rap sheets, to flyers and news articles and lyric stacks and heaps, I'm documenting my life. What is now viewed as clutter will later be priceless jewels, memories preserved for my late days of age when I'll enjoy reliving those moments. The road to spiritual and creative freedom has been overwhelming, but every step along the way I've kept evidence of my progress to reassure myself that the struggle was not in vain. Through the pain, the tears, the blood, and the sweat, I remained and persevered, and I'm not done yet. So no matter what hard times I sprint or crawl through, true and real my art will stay, saying what I feel and feeling what I say. Prescriptions for time capsules, I'm filling them today. My thoughts are negative, positive, and somewhere in between. Reality based or from visions displayed deep within my dreams. I document so one day I can truly rest in peace. But my legacy will continue through my words and my beats. My legacy will continue through my words and my beats. I said my legacy will continue through my words and my beats.
I watch as people come and go in and out of my life. Yeah, so much has changed. The pain I feel can't be explained, but I'll survive, so I'm alright. I'm alright. Things fall apart, and it seems I'm the only one looking for the pieces to put it back together again. But why should I try so hard when no one else even seems to care? I refuse to ever again, never again. So I'ma just move on, whether you're with me or not. I said move on. You can't get me to stop following my dreams, cause I work too hard and I won't turn back, cause I made it this far. I'ma move on, whether you're with me or not. I said move on. You can't get me to stop following my dreams, cause I work too hard and I won't turn back, cause I made it this far. If it wasn't for my music, my family and my friends, my spirit would probably have broken a long time ago. Alright now, I thank the Lord that I found peace within my heart, mind and soul. So as long as I'm breathing, I'll be reaching for higher levels of knowledge, wisdom, and achievement. Ain't caught up in no drama, just trying to stay sane. Keep my mind on my business, got no time for games. And where most people fail, I will succeed. Though tears may fall and my flesh may bleed, in the end I'll only be stronger. Won't have to suffer no longer. So I'ma move on, whether you're with me or not. I say move on. You can't get me to stop following my dreams, cause I work too hard and I won't turn back, cause I made it this far. I'ma move on, whether you're with me or not. I say move on. You can't get me to stop following my dreams, cause I work too hard and I won't turn back, cause I made it this far. You gotta keep moving on, keep moving on. 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 Alright. You gotta keep moving on, keep moving on. You gotta keep moving on, keep moving on. You gotta keep moving on, keep moving on. Alright. You gotta keep moving on, keep moving on. 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 You gotta keep moving on, keep moving on.
wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention. It's not something I would expect you to accept. But I did not choose. I was chosen. You can't see the whole complete act yet. But when this is done, when it's finished, people will barely be able to comprehend, but they won't be able to deny. You'll see. I'm setting the example. And what I've done is going to be puzzled over and studied and followed forever.